Evening, YouTube. I thought it was about time I did another vlog. um, First of all, some of my subscribers and even my friends here at home suggest, why don't you do more outdoor videos? Well, one thing is because of the weather here. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, but it's not just the weather. A lot of the videos that I do are at the local parks. And at this time of the year, some of those parks are closed and you can't get in. If any of you have noticed the last video I did on Gretchen's Lock, the gates were locked. I had to, the only way I could get back there was to walk on foot. And of course that's a state park, but also the county parks have been closed. So there's a lot of trails that I can't get on to do outside videos. Another thing I want to talk about is I noticed that some of my subscribers has been deleted from my subscriber list and they've resubscribed. That happens once in a while. I don't know why, but I do know that it happens. However, and I hope I'm wrong about this, but I notice that people subscribe to me and then all of a sudden they're unsubscribed. And this is my idea. They subscribe to me, and when their name comes up on the list, I give them a shout out. It's not long that after I give them the shout out, they unsubscribe on their own. Then sometime down the line, they resubscribe, thinking that I'm going to give them another shout out. Now sometimes I do, for the simple fact that I'm not sure that they unsubscribed or that YouTube did it. And YouTube does that. I don't have to resubscribe to people. Very rarely do I ever have to do that. I know at one time I had to resubscribe to several people because YouTube screwed up somehow. But anyway, another thing too, I've heard a couple of my subscribers say, my subscription list is not public. Okay, now here's the thing. If you send me a message, whether it's public or private, and say, I subscribe to you. Now, if you look at your subscribers list, at the very top of the list, it'll say, if your subscribers list is not public, you won't show up on a subscribers list. So, I don't know if you've subscribed to me or not. The only way I can actually tell is if I notice that my number goes up. That doesn't necessarily mean it's you. Now, I will give you a shout out if I'm sure that you did subscribe to me. But I just want you to know that, another thing, and I've heard a couple people mention this in their videos. My throat's a little dry, so that's why my voice is a little screwed up. They say that some of their subscribers complain because they use the same background music when they're making a vlog or when they're making a video. Well, let me tell you something. Right now, I only go with two sources. And I use the same music a lot of times for my subscribers' shout-out videos. If you pay any attention and look at the title of the song, it has a lot to do with subscribing. For example, one title was Decisions. Well, you made the decision to subscribe to me. I made the decision to give you a shout-out. So that's why I use that song. Another song is Our Story Begins. Well, that's because you're new and we're just starting out. The other site, which by the way is for my rap music, my rap songs, and the man behind the that did all the rap beats, I noticed last night that his website is down for some reason. I don't know if he's working on it or if he's closed it down or what. He's still on YouTube. Grimebuzz is the name, but I tried to go to his website and couldn't get there. So anyway, something else, I noticed that, and here's something else. I think a lot of people subscribe to me because they know that I'll give them a shout out. And I think that they think by me giving them a shout out, that is going to up their subscribers list. Well, that is one reason I do it. I do it to thank them, but I try to help them out too. But understand this. The number of subscribers you have doesn't mean anything to me. And the reason I say that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I have subscribers that have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even over millions of subscribers. My point is this. Some of them are some of them are my friends online. I've never met them in person, but I've known them for years online. And they know as well as I do, and you know, that they didn't have to subscribe to me. If you've got millions of subscribers, you don't have to subscribe to somebody. But it's just that, like I said, we're online friends, and I really appreciate it. And every once in a while, I will give them a special shout out. That's because I'm trying to tell them thank you for sticking with me when they didn't have to. So yeah, I just want everybody to know that that's why I'm not doing a lot of outdoors videos. Yeah, I've done a few just because I stepped outside my front door to do the weather part of it. But for actually going out into the woods and that, I can't right now. So yeah, I just want you to know, if you don't get a shout out, it's because I don't see you on my list. And another thing too, I'm notified when somebody subscribes to me. If I don't get a notification, but you leave me a message saying, I subscribe to you, if I don't get a notification, then I'm going to believe that you didn't subscribe to me, and you won't get a shout out. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video now. Later, guys.